Good morning. This is the time and place for the zoning administrator's hearing for September 3, 2008. My name is Edith Fuentes, and I will be conducting the hearing as hearing officer. We have 3 cases today, and relevant exhibits are posted on the panels located directly behind me. Let me just quickly go through our hearing procedure. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if 4 required findings are present. 1. That the proposed use will be consistent with the elements and objectives of the general plan. 2. That the use and its associated structures and facilities will not be detrimental to the public health or safety, the general welfare, or the environment. 3. That the use and facilities will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede the normal development of surrounding property. And 4. That adequate public and private facilities will be provided for the use. Applications for parking reduction permits shall also meet the procedures and criteria set forth in Section 30.3207OA and Table 30.32B with qualifying project features. If the evidence presented in the application and at the hearing meets the criteria just described, then the zoning administrator can either approve or impose conditions for approval on the case in question. If the findings of fact are not evident, then the request will be denied. Notification of this hearing was accomplished by the use of public notices, which were mailed to property owners located within 300 or 500 feet of the subject property, physically posted on the site in question, and placed in the local newspaper. The hearing will proceed as follows. I will read a description of the application or the request, and then read reports received from other city departments or other letters or communications from interested parties. The applicant will be asked to come forward, stating both name and address, and will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time limit. Others in support of or in opposition to the application and any interested parties will be asked to come forward to speak. Again, clearly stating both name and address, and within a 3-minute time limit. Lastly, the applicant will be given the opportunity to make closing comments, if desired, in response to testimonies given by preceding speakers within a 5-minute time limit. The hearing will be closed and the case taken under submission. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and to all persons who responded to the public notice, either by speaking at this hearing or by submitting written responses and have provided their name and mailing address. I would like to emphasize that the date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Under the appeal provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the date of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal may obtain forms and brochures on the procedures from our Building and Safety Section, Permit Services Center, located on the same floor of this building. If you wish to speak, please write your name and address on one of these speaker forms, which have been provided by the front door, and submit it to our assistant. I would like to also inform everyone that the official proceedings of the zoning administrator's hearing are recorded on tape as part of public record. And on our first case, case number CUP 2008-024, just a quick announcement. This case located at 3512 25 North Verdugo Road. Applicant is Heavenly Refuge, Inc. This case will be continued to our September 10, 2008 public hearing without further notice. Again, case number PCUP 2008-024. Location is 3525 North Verdugo Road. Due to non-posting, the case will be continued to September 10, 2008 without further public notice. Our next case is PPR 2008-009. Location is 2649 Sycamore Avenue. Applicant is Mark Saylor, ML, of Smith Construction. This is an application for a parking reduction permit to construct a 497 square foot addition without providing the required 20 feet by 20 feet covered garage. The existing 15 feet 9 inches by 17 feet 9 inches attached garage is requested to be maintained or to remain. Property is located at 2649 Sycamore Avenue in the R1 low-density residential zone, floor area District 2, described as Lot 291, tract number 2535. And let me just quickly go through some of the comments we received. From Fire Prevention Bureau, one of their suggested conditions is installing automatic fire sprinkler system, and they're going to do some kind of evaluations. So you may want to discuss with them that requirement just in case. And also complying with all current code requirements as far as building and fire code. From Water and Power, and they're assuming your site is serviced by Crescenta Valley Water District. You may want to contact Crescenta Valley for water service or increased water service. From Neighborhood Services of Community Development, they have an existing code enforcement case on this property for a front setback wood fence. So you're going to have to take care of that prior to issuance of any decision on this case.
No longer exists.
You're just going to have to let me know then. Okay. Okay, those are all the comments we have. Do you have a speaker card? So who's going to present the case?
I would like to quickly just describe what we're doing and then the homework.
Did you fill out the form?
No, I didn't.
No, you're going to have to fill out the form.
Maybe I'll just have the homeowner.
Why don't you, if you like, go ahead and do your presentation and then fill this out afterwards.
I don't have much to say.
Just give me your name and address for the record. This is a public hearing, so you're going to have to go through, the proper procedure. Give me your name and address,
Lawrence Schmidt.
and let me know what's your affiliation with the applicant.
Right. My name is Lawrence Schmidt. I'm a general contractor. My address is 827 Hollywood Way, number 410, Burbank, California. And I'm standing just to describe the project. The homeowner will describe the reasoning for the project, but it's an existing single-family dwelling with a substandard garage now, as described earlier by yourself. And we're wanting to add a 497 square foot addition to the house at the rear. There was no way to achieve an improvement of the garage.
Do you want to come up here and walk me through the site plan? Yeah.
Certainly.
That's the site.
This is an existing home here. The garage sits underneath a second-story addition that was done 15 or 20 years ago here, and the driveway here.
And that's the addition.
The addition is here, and the homeowner will describe the reasoning for the addition. We couldn't achieve, without tearing down the existing house, more parking here, and then looking at the neighborhood, there's a large retirement convalescent home here of some sort that's been here forever, and no parking because people don't have cars there. The streets are empty, and the homeowner has two cars which fit in his car in his driveway now, and we'll be adding no more cars. This is the existing house here, existing two-car garage, existing driveway. This is looking towards that retirement convalescent hospital next door. I don't know how exactly to describe that. And this is in the back, looking at the back towards where the addition will sit. You can see there's not even houses. I mean, there's many feet of open curb with no parking at the front. I mean, with nobody parks there. Because
go back there if you want to.
I don't think I have anything further to add. I would like to ask the homeowner then to describe his reasoning for the addition.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You want me to fill out one of these?
Yes, please do so.
Good morning, Ms. Fuentes.
Good morning.
Just wanted to give you...
Just give me your name and
I'm sorry,
address.
my name is Herman Slazarek. I'm the owner of the property at 2649 Sycamore Avenue. And I just wanted to briefly tell you why I want to do this project. And the primary reason is I am an only child of elderly parents. My father is 89, my mother is 85. They currently reside in Costa Mesa, California. I also have 3 children living with me. I am a widower, and I just feel it is my duty and obligation to take care of my entire family. My parents, again, are aging. My dad is not doing very well, and I do really feel the need to bring them in and live with me. And the only way I can see doing this would be to add on this addition to the current residence.
Okay. Do you have a copy of your application with you? What I want you to do is just go through the questions that were asked when you fill out the application, and then give me your responses or...
Okay. Again, as description of request?
everything.
Go through in detail? Is that what you're asking? Construction of the 497 square foot bedroom, bath, breakfast room without the addition of the additional parking. And again, this was in order to house my elderly parents, neither of which drive. Hours of operation, that doesn't apply. The current parking is, I have parking for 2 plus what's available on the street, and as Mr. Schmidt described, we have virtually 300 feet of unrestricted parking going east on Sycamore between my residence and Rosemont Avenue. The only obstruction is I just walked it the other day, there's a fire hydrant, and then at the end of the block there's a driveway for a commercial use for a body shop that's at the end of the block. Not sure what else to go through, Ms. Fuentes. For mixed-use projects, do you want to hear any of that?
So the increase in the number of household or users of your house is not going to increase the number of cars that's going to
Absolutely
be
not.
parked? Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are your children?
My daughter is 21. She currently goes to Glendale College.
She drives?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
And my twins are 17, still not driving. They'll be seniors at Crescento Valley High School. Second
Pretty
day of school.
soon they will be, huh?
Maybe not. With their grades, they may not be.
Okay. Is there a public or a transit nearby your area that
Well, there's bus
transit
service.
facility
There's
that
bus service on Honolulu, which is just a block up.
You're close
Sycamore
to-
is one street below Honolulu.
Okay. I'm kind of leading you through some of the reasoning why it's not necessary to increase the number of,
Sure.
So public transit is just one street,
One block,
one block.
yes. And I've got neighbors actually that are cab drivers, and one guy owns a small limo service, so there's,
And there's plenty of
Available.
on-street parking, right?
yes. Again,
Both
it's-
sides of the street or one
Well,
side?
one side of the street are residences, but there always seems to be available parking, and as we mentioned, on the north side of Sycamore, there is 300 feet of unrestricted, uninhibited parking.
Okay, and the addition meets all code requirements as far as setback, height. You're not going to be coming back here requesting for something else,
No.
right?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else here who would like to speak in support or in opposition to this application? Seeing none, do you have any closing comments, Mr. Contractor or Mr. Owner?
I think the only thing I would add.
You're going to have to speak up to the microphone.
The only thing I wanted to add was the homeowner has been there, I think, for 30 years.
I was going to ask that, so
And he
how long
intends-
have you lived there? 30
Yeah.
years?
How many years? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I never thought that my first house would also be my retirement home, but I purchased in 1976 and was able to raise a family there.
32 years.
32 years, yes.
Okay.
And I really have no intent of moving. I enjoy the neighborhood, and
It's a very nice neighborhood.
yes,
yeah.
and I really fully intend to stay there, and this would just kind of complete my life to be able to have my parents live with me and finish their years
Okay,
with me.
good. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead, take this case under submission, and we'll let you know. Thank you very much for coming. Our last case is PCUP 2008-008. Location is 109 East Harvard Street. Applicant is Odette Shanazarians, care of AMAC Group. And this is an application for a conditional use permit to allow public dancing in the DSP, Downtown Specific Plan, Maryland District at an existing restaurant and banquet facility located at 109 East Harvard Street, described as lots 4 and 5, Block 57, Campbell and Thompson's Tract. And let me quickly go through some of the comments. No major issues or concerns from any departments, and no communications from anyone. To present the case, Mr. Ara Vartanian.
Hello, Ms. Fuentes. Aura Vartanian, AMAC Group, 639 West Broadway, located in Glendale. Basically, this is a CUP for the renewal of the conditional use permit for public dancing for Brandview Collection, located at 109 East Harvard. The permit is going to expire in February of 2009, so we're just here ahead of time. I want to start by going over the findings. Number one, how will the proposed use be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan? The proposed use is the continuation of an approved use, which over the years has successfully served the Glendale community. Mr. Renewal, once again. The second finding is, why will the proposed use and its associated structures and facilities not be detrimental to the public health, safety, or general welfare, or to the environment? The proposed use is fully enclosed and well managed and organized. It is an occasional use during special events and family gatherings. It is family orientated within a safe and pleasant enjoyment. Third finding, why will the proposed use and facilities not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede the normal development of surrounding properties? The subject property is within the Downtown Specific Plan Maryland District zone, which is designated for similar uses. It is on the second floor within an elegant and quality ambience. It is a service to the area and complementary to the other uses of the surrounding properties. And it has been in business for about 14 years now. Explain how adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and traffic circulations measures are or will be provided. The property is fully developed and improved in recent years. Parking is met under a separate agreement with the Glendale Redevelopment Agency. The parking structure is located on Maryland Harvard. Traffic circulation and utilities are always maintained and updated, and they're updated with their respective city department. Once again, this project is for the renewal of an existing CUP for the subject property to allow public dancing.
Okay. And you have an active agreement for parking with redevelopment, right?
That's correct.
Did you submit a copy of that on file?
Yes.
Okay, so we have that. And the business has been there for 14 years. And it's always been a restaurant and a banquet hall.
Yes, it's always been a banquet hall.
Yeah, okay. Seeing there's nobody here to speak in support or in opposition, do you have any closing comments?
No, I'm open to questions.
It. Okay, I'm very familiar with the business, so anything on the previous conditional use permit conditions that you cannot meet, or everything's in place?
Everything is met.
Nothing has changed. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead, take this case under submission, and close the public hearing at 10:05. Thank you very much for coming.